Hello and welcome to Witty Banter. I'm Steven.
And I'm Lauren.
And as usual, we are going to start off with Lauren has to figure out the books from Steven's description. Don't know why I'm talking to myself in the third person. Alright, so are you ready, Lauren?
Talk about me in the third person. You might as well talk about yourself in the third person, too.
Well, yes, because you are in third person.
I'm just being equal opportunist.
It'd be kind of weird if I talked about you in the first person.
Okay, I'm ready.
I and myself are here to do a podcast.
I'm settled in.
Right.
My eyes are closed.
Eyes are closed?
Yes.
All right. Once again, if you're watching the video and you would like to play along, you can like minimize the video or something like that so you cannot see what's about to be revealed. So showing.
For those of you who this might be your first episode of anything ever, this is a game that we like to play. I personally call it Lauren's Library in my head, or how well does Lauren know her library? Which anyone who knows me, I have a lot of books. But the reason I think that this is okay and justifiable is, one, I actually read them, and two, I pretty much am aware of everything that is in my collection, and this is basically our fun little game way of validating that I actually do know the books that I have and that I love them.
I love how you did the entire thing with your eyes closed.
Yes, I did.
Because you know that I've already taken the book. So are you ready?
I am.
All right. So showing the audience.
Okay.
All right. This is a hardcover book.
I can tell just by the way you're holding it.
Oh, from the sound of
I can hear it. I'm like, that's definitely that's a hardback. Yeah.
It does have a jacket.
Okay.
The jacket is white.
White.
The sorry for a second there, I almost said the wrong word. The the text on the cover is purple.
Purple.
Possibly lavender, but like in the purple genre. It's a light purple. Purple.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. For a second there, I was like, you already know it from that.
Maybe.
Let's see here.
Is there a person on the cover?
There is.
Is she magnificently dancing with a beautiful afro?
Yes.
Is it Let's Talk About Love by Claire Kahn?
How? All I did was say it was a white jacket with purple. Yes, you can look.
Because purple. I can think of exactly two books that I own that are hardcovers with white dust jackets. One of them, the text is black and red. The other one is purple. And guess what? I've read this one.
I know you have, because
so there's one for
it's got all these little thick things in
is it tabbed?
Yes, tabbed.
Nice.
So I was like even as I picked up, I could feel the little tabs. I'm like, okay, well, I know she's read this one.
I have.
Like,
this will be a very quick game, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody
this
else.
This is like playing a game of horse, and your opponent's first shot is a half court shot, nothing but net. All right, you ready?
One for me.
That's that. Yeah, I will say I don't think I've ever actually beat you in this game.
I think the most you stumped me was the first episode.
Yeah,
with Cyrano. Damn Cyrano.
Well, because as I've told people before, like whenever I tell stories, like the only way I really got away with one is because it's a book that you
never expected you to pull.
Well, it's a book that you have read the story, but not that specific book.
Edition. Yeah, I forgot what the edition even looked like because I forgot I even picked it up.
All right, so you ready for numero dos?
Yes.
I have a feeling you're gonna guess this one too.
No, don't be pessimistic.
This one is a paperback.
Okay.
Could you tell by the way I was holding it?
No,
oh, sorry. Show the audience.
You weren't making any noise.
So for the audience, I was so flummoxed by your nailing of the last one, I forgot to do this one. All right, come on, Pikachu, work with me. All right, so it's a paperback. The cover is not all one color because the front cover is like the picture takes up the whole cover, but like the back and spine are kind of like dark blue, like dark navy blue with some gray tones in there.
Okay, what's that idea?
Well, at least that's how I view it. Reminder for those who, if this is your first episode, I have a very mild color blindness. I can see color, but I do have some difficulty with shades. So sometimes I'm always nervous playing this game, and I'm like, it's this color. And then she opens her eyes. That's not the color, Steve.
You always get within like a
Miss
similar
graphic designer here.
Well, you always get into a similar family.
Mhm.
Like you never like straight up get it wrong.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, this is green. I'm like, oh, that's actually light blue. You know. Like,
All right. So the title is in red. The author's name, however, is in orange. There are two men on the cover. One you see from the back, the other you see from the front. So like they're facing each other on the cover.
Okay.
So like we only see the back of one man and we see the front of the other man.
Okay.
The man whose face we can see has white hair. There is a thunderstorm going on in the background.
What?
They are on like some, like a grassy field kind of thing. Yeah, that's where they're standing on with what I assume is a dead tree in the background there. Off into the distance are a few mountains. There's like a very nice stylized lightning bolt going down. And like the top third is the clouds of the storm.
I don't own this book.
Yes, you do. I picked it from your collection. And I know
What the hell?
And I know for a fact you've read this.
I've read it?
It's tabbed.
Oh, crap. That's even more embarrassing.
The white-haired gentleman is also dressed in like a white suit.
No.
And has a tie that's blowing in the wind. The gentleman who we're seeing from the back.
Oh! I know what it is.
Do you have an official guess?
Is it ginormous?
It is a thick book.
It's American Gods by Neil Gaiman.
Yes.
There it is.
That's why
I'm like, what is happening?
Were any of my descriptions wrong?
No, you were totally right.
But yeah, I'm like, she's going to get this because I know she really loves this book. Like, I didn't expect you to know the first one that well. I wanted to get one book that I knew you were going to get. And so, like, when I picked that first one, I didn't even notice the tabs until later. But like this one, I was like...
Usually when there's two men on the cover, I'm like, okay, I have a lot of, like, male romances. And I'm like... Who's wearing a suit with white hair? And I'm going through all my romance books. I'm like, that doesn't make any... And like, that's not a romance book.
No, it's not a romance book.
That's not
That explains why you were having so much trouble.
I was going through all my romance books.
You were focusing too much on there being two men on the cover.
There's 2 men, I know this. Well, there we go.
Yep.
Okay. I totally forgot the font was red. I did not remember. It was all vintagey looking. Okay.
All right, ready for number 3?
Numero... Nope. Trois.
Did you just say
Spanish?
Yeah,
and then I couldn't remember what it was in Spanish, so I went
Tres.
Tres.
We never speak of tres.
Was trois. It's French. Okay, I'm ready. Go.
Pick a language.
I can't.
Would you pick a language?
Just
For those who don't get that, watch my YouTube videos.
Come on, give me the.
All right. Showing the audience. Oh, easy there, Pikachu.
Is he giving you a struggle?
Well, yeah, he's kind of rolling over on it. All right, showing the audience. The third book.
This one sounds like a hardcover too. Is it a hardcover?
This is like people smelling wood and being able to tell what type it is. Yes, it's a hardcover.
I knew it. It sounds very shiny and slick.
The jacket
Yeah.
is gray, kind of a shiny silver gray almost. Do not tell me you know this just from the jacket being gray and it's a hardcover.
Is there a rabbit on the cover?
You are not human.
No, I'm not. It's Hellbent by Lee Bardugo.
How?
I just bought it. It's the only silver book I own. If you hadn't said silver and you would have stuck with gray, it would have trumped me. But then when you said rabbit, I would have gotten
Yeah, I imagine you would have gotten it with red.
Yep, this is the one book that I wanted to buy this year. This is the sequel to what's it called? Ninth House. Don't throw my baby. That is rude.
She was like, I was like, this is worse than that time when I gave you 3 colors and you named it. I gave you that it was a hardcover and 1 color. I didn't even tell you the color of the font. Just that it was a silver, because it is silver.
It's silver, yes.
So I'm not. It's not like I'm
If you would
giving
have
you.
said gray, I would have been like, I don't know any books with
I
a gray
was-
dust jacket.
Exactly. That's why I clarified, because like it's gray. Well, actually, it's more silver than gray.
I have one silver book, and it's that one. Because actually, I
For
was
those
surprised.
of you listening, I have a "you gotta be effing kidding me" look on my face.
Well, I was actually really surprised when I bought this.
Yeah.
Because on Goodreads and like on the internet, it looks like the book is white, and that like it looks like a shadow. You know, like it looks like it was a white like if the photo was taken on a white background. There's like kind of like a halo of a shadow. So I thought that the book was white. But then when I bought it, I was like, oh my god, it's like this bright silver color. It looks nothing like what I thought it would, but it's still really pretty. And it's a lot prettier than the Barnes & Noble special edition. No offense, Barnes & Noble, but I'm so sick and tired of duologies where one book is red, the other one is black. The first book of Ninth House is black. And the reason I love this so much is it wasn't red. So they did a special edition red edition. And I'm like, no, thank you. I want the original cover, please.
All right. There you go. 3 for 3 again. 2 of which, like,
What do I win?
my astonishment.
Yeah, you're right. That was pretty satisfactory all by itself.
This is why I had a little trouble with Pikachu, though, because like I had the thick American Gods book, and this is a very large book.
That
too,
is
so,
a very large
like,
book.
That's why I also had the Corgi
Oh, Cleo. Oh, yeah, Cleo.
Cleo on top of it, just in case, because like Pikachu was kind of struggling to hide the books.
I understand. You picked Chunk Boys this time.
You know what I was tempted to do?
What?
So for those who little look into our lives here today, we went to what was it called?
The Boozy Book Fair.
Boozy Book Fair, which was basically a book fair at a bar.
For grown-ups.
For grown-up. Well, it's at a bar. I hope it's for grown-ups.
Exactly.
But anyway, you bought a bunch of books. You bought, well, not a couple of books, 3 books.
Trois.
So
Trois.
Trace. I was tempted to sneak one out of your bag.
I was wondering if you would.
Do you think you would have been able to guess it?
Yeah.
I that's why I did, because I'm like, she's literally just
just bought them.
and I'm like, she's going to think of that already. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a double bluff, make her think I'm going to do a not.
I did wonder if you would, but you did not.
No, I did not.
All right. So what's next?
Do you want to do your topic first or my topic first?
I don't care, whichever.
Okay, we can do my topic first. So mine is one I came up with while at work.
Okay.
And this is something I find kind of interesting with the responses I've gotten. I think I can remember the one I came up with when I asked this question to other people. So, you get to make a law for something that isn't currently illegal and the penalty. What is it? So basically the government tells you, Lauren, we are giving you full power here to make any law for something that is not illegal currently. So it's something that people can do, but you want to make it illegal, and you get to choose the penalty for
illegal.
it. Yes.
Oh.
So you get to make a
that
law.
Is fun.
Yeah,
At first I was like, this is going to get political, babe.
No. You get to make a law about something that currently is not illegal. So would you like to hear my example to kind of get an idea of what I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
So my law is...
No smoking? Ever?
No.
Oh.
My law is that it would be against the law to be rude to wait staff or customer service people.
That's a good one.
And, so like, I shouldn't say rude, because that can be... It's against the law to shout at them.
Okay,
mean. Yeah, because then...
Yeah, rude is objective.
Yeah, rude could be very
subjective.
But like, it is against the law to yell at customer service or wait staff.
Yeah.
And the penalty, it would be
I think you almost have to not just do yelling, because there's a lot of really awful things you could do without raising your voice.
There is, but like, once again, then you're getting into gray areas.
Yeah.
But also, you don't have to, like, when creating this law, you don't have to worry about the logistics of enforcing it, because it's like, it'd be kind of hard to enforce this law if you're not allowed to yell at wait staff or customer service.
Yeah.
So ignore the logistics of it.
Okay.
But the penalty I came up with,
yes,
excuse me, a little burp there, would be that it would be a $50 fine, but the money for the fine would go to the employee that you yelled at.
Oh wow.
So if you were in a restaurant and you were yelling at the waiter or waitress because they screwed up your order or it wasn't fast enough or something like that, you have to pay them $50 to yell at them.
Nice.
And see that way, like, because if the government got it, the wait staff would be like, oh great, so now because this person is a jerk to me, the government's getting $50. But now obviously the wait staff wouldn't be the one enforcing this, because then you'd have some people abuse the system, being like, oh, he raised his voice, that's yelling that you owe me $50. But like, have it be kind of, you could have like some kind of system, like maybe like having it be like a thing like it was cameras and with mics on, so that like you could tell that someone was yelling, something like that. But anyway, once again, here I go saying you don't have to worry about the logistics, and then start talking about the logistics.
No worries.
But yeah, so like if you are rude, if you yell at a wait staff or customer service person, you would then have to pay them $50. And like I said, so now you kind of get the idea, like this doesn't have to be like a massive, like world-changing law.
So I can be as petty as I want.
You can be as I don't even work in customer service or wait staff, and I feel, because I just think it's so rude and inconsiderate, where you look and you see someone yelling at a waitress or yelling at the cashier or yelling at somebody at Walmart, and it's like, they obviously don't want to have this job in the first place. No one dreams of being a waitress or dreams of working the floor of Walmart. It's like that kind of a job is either you're trying to move on to something else, or things have gone really wrong. So those people generally don't tend to be very happy to begin with. So they have to deal with people yelling. And I imagine that there are a lot of people out there that, like, if they start to get upset and we're out to yell, they're like, wait, is it worth $50 for me to yell at this person for this?
I feel like maybe you should make the fine even higher.
I don't know. Maybe I would consider maybe 100, but like
I think $100 packs more of a wallop than 50.
I don't know. I just thought 50 was a good amount.
It's not a bad amount. No. It's just people who are going to be jerks being jerks.
Yeah, but like, think about like $50.
Oh, I know. It's a chunk of change.
That is just for the satisfaction of yelling at a person.
I don't know, man. People who act that way.
And like, this wouldn't change restaurants' current rules and stuff about that kind of stuff. So like, I know there are restaurants, like if you are yelling at the waitstaff, they'll kick you out, they'll ban you. They can still do all that stuff. But like, for some people, that's not enough to deter them to be the possibility of getting banned from a restaurant or getting kicked out of a restaurant. Like, they don't care. Chances are they're never going back to the restaurant anyway. But if you have to pay $50, also it gives that way the person who's receiving the abuse gets something out of it. Yeah. All right. So that's my law that I would make. Like I said, it doesn't have to be. That was just what popped in my head. I'm sure there are better laws or something like that. It's not about the best law. It's just thinking, what's something that pops in your head? Hey, we should do this.
Sounds good to me.
So I've tried to draw it out a bit to give you some thinking time. Have you thought of one?
Well, the problem is I keep thinking about actual world issues, and I don't want to do that on our fun podcast.
Yeah.
And it's a struggle, because I'm like, oh god, that's a good one. Oh, I shouldn't mention that. Oh, that's a good. I shouldn't mention that either. So, hold on, just 1 second.
I'm not rushing you.
I've got something. It's there.
Our listeners are on the edge of their seats right now, wondering what she will come up with. And is it as good as having to pay a waitress?
No, because that's a really good one. Like, I like that.
I know. I wasn't being self-deprecating.
No. I mean, like, I would I probably would have thought of that had you not mentioned it, because that's a really good example. I'm saying I would have stolen it.
Exactly. That's why I felt it was a good example to kind of get things going here.
I want to say, I want something about marketing, which is super controversial because I work in a marketing office, but like advertising. Like I've been, and again, I'm gonna get a little political here. I can't help it. I've just been very racked by the ideas of consumerism recently, and just the idea that like companies don't care about the people they're selling their product to. They only care about making money, which I get it. But like there are some genuinely harmful products out there, and it's like, how can I like make this into a like one specific law? But like, do you know what I'm saying? Like that's where my brain's going.
It's on along the lines of truth in advertising kind of thing.
Yes, like authenticity within, which I guess is the whole point of like the whole thing is completely skewed because like airbrushing, like nothing is real. But like everything that's advertised to us isn't real.
Exactly.
So I don't know how to like wrap this up into a neat little like how to fit your hypothetical. But like that's the thing on my brain that it really is irking me right now.
Okay.
So like I don't know if you can help me fashion that into a more fun.
Well, can you narrow it down to a certain type of marketing? Like, are we talking food?
Yeah, we're talking food, and we're also talking beauty. Like we're talking like beauty standards. Like when you see a model on a magazine, like she's been so heavily photoshopped that like you don't even realize that she's the same person sometimes. So it's like nothing is authentic because we want to push a certain whatever it is, whether it's a beauty standard.
So it sounded like you kind of want to make a law banning use of Photoshop or photo editing software on advertisements.
Kind of. Because again, I'm a graphic designer, so like I don't believe in banning that. But like for example, like if it's like I believe in using photo enhancement software to enhance a photo. Yeah, it's like airbrushing.
Using it on to alter the appearance of the model.
Right. Yes.
So that's like you cannot use Photoshop to alter a person's appearance in advertising. Is what you're saying?
Correct. So and I'm not gonna lie, I've done that before. Like there have actually been times where like I'll have students that I Photoshop, I'm cutting them out or something. But while I'm at it, I'll just quickly like if they have a really bad case of acne, I'll just Photoshop it out, which is really awful because like if I was in their shoes when I was that age, if I had a zit on my face, I would have want someone to take it out. But then that perpetuates the idea that if you have acne or a zit, it's a bad thing to be ashamed of.
Well, the thing though is about acne is like that's temporary,
right?
So it's like it's not like this person has a permanent thing on their face and you're like, oh no, that doesn't look good, get rid of that.
Correct. But if we have all these beautiful people with flawless skin and you have young impressionable people with a whole face full of acne and they're like, well, I'm awful, I don't look very pretty, I'm never gonna look like that. So even something as simple as that, I'm guilty of it. So like
so this will make it interesting. So let's say that some advertiser breaks this law, we have proof of it.
What should we penalize them
with? What is the penalty going to be? And it doesn't have to be a monetary thing. You can make the penalty anything you want.
No, I don't think monetary would do it. I think it needs to be something... I almost feel like it needs to be, like, humiliating, which is really awful of me.
So if...
they have to be on a billboard. That's it. Okay, we're totally breaking reality here.
Yep.
No logistics. If you airbrush unrealistically, the person in charge of punishing you can go through your camera roll, find the most embarrassing photo of you, blow it up on a billboard, and leave that billboard up for 30 days.
Okay, so there you go. If you use
that only works if you're ashamed. But even if you aren't, I still feel...
Everyone has a photo that they're ashamed of. Everyone does.
It doesn't even have to be an embarrassing photo. It could just be, a photo that you don't like, personally. Yeah, there we go. Then the whole world gets to see your shame. Shame. I feel like that's fair. Does that make sense?
Yep. All right. So good job.
Okay, so airbrushing, embarrassing billboard. Yep. There we go.
All right. So there was my topic. Do you have a topic for us to discuss?
Well, since it's almost Valentine's Day.
Very close.
And we did this for me last time. Remember how we did the TikTok challenge where I gave you prompts and you told me the word that you associate with me?
Yes.
I did the same thing for you.
Oh.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you...
Ooh.
Don't look at it. I'm going to have you...
Not looking.
I'm going to have you...
Is it a hardcover?
I should have bookmarked this page real quick. Hold on. I'm going to talk like we'll blow time. It'll be
So
fine.
for those of you listening to the podcast, you get to hear the wonderful Foley sounds of Lauren flipping through pages while she is trying to find what she is looking for.
I'm almost there.
And she is almost there, but not quite there.
Wait, did I not? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
This is why you prep.
Plan B. Okay. Plan B. Okay. Okay, here's what's happening. Okay, I'm going to put this napkin
Yeah?
right here.
Okay.
Don't look.
I'm not, okay. You're telling me what you're doing and then tell me not to look.
I'm going to put this napkin right here so you can't see the bottom half of this page because these are the answers.
Oh, okay.
So you have to, okay, you can look now.
I can look now?
Yes.
Okay.
So you have to just keep this napkin right here. And then these are the prompts.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you read the prompts to me.
Okay.
And then I'm going to tell you the answers like what we did last time.
Okay.
Okay. So I've got the answers on this sheet right here.
Ah.
And then when we are done, I'm going to flip it over and show our lovely audience what it looks like all together. And there we go.
All right. So, number 1, color.
For you?
For me, what is my color?
Green.
Yeah.
And I picked a sort of like a kind of like the, well, for those of you who are in the loop, the green that I'm hoping we can do for our wedding. Kind of like a darker forest. What?
Your answers are on here.
Ah! Hold on. I have them written down somewhere else. All right, stall, baby, stall.
So for the...
In my defense, they were written down.
I was a little confused because at first I thought what I was looking at was my answers when we did this with you.
No.
And what I apparently was looking at, because they like I say, okay, color. She goes green. I'm like, that's fine. It says green here. Wait, I didn't say green when I said the color for her, and then she. Oh my goodness. She just realized that all the answers. Luckily, I only saw the first 2. Sorry. Because I was going on to the next question and then I realized what was going on here. It's okay. So yeah, I saw the first one, which, okay, so yeah. While she's going, I'll explain the first answer. She probably picked green because green is my personal favorite color. In fact, it is known by my friends who play board games with me, I have to be the green piece. Not because I am entitled or like picky and stuff like that. I'm just so used to nobody fighting me over the green piece that if I'm not the green piece, I will still accidentally move the green piece when it's my turn. We had this happen one time.
Okay.
Playing board games with my friends, and one other guy got, he's like, I'm green, and got it before me. I'm like, oh, usually I'm green, but okay. And the entire game, I kept moving his piece, and I got so much flack from the other guys because it's like, Steve, that's not your piece. I'm like, I know, but my brain is programmed to move the green piece. So number 1, color. I'm guessing that's why you picked green, is all the stuff I just said.
And also when I learned that your favorite color was green, people who know me know I'm on the more spiritual side. So color has a very prominent association with certain things, primarily the chakras, and green is the color of the heart chakra. So the fact that, I just thought that was very sweet. So anyway.
All right. Number 2. Oh, you do have an N there. An animal. I wonder what you chose for an animal. I have no idea what the animal could be.
I'm so sad that you saw this one.
Sorry. It
chose
is?
a Great Dane. Because I can't help it. Whenever I think of, like, physically what animal embodies you. Well, for me, it was a corgi. And so for him, I just automatically, like, think of
So because I did dog, you did also dog?
Yeah.
Like, you could have gone giraffe.
No, you're not a giraffe to me.
I'm not a giraffe to you?
No, giraffes are... See, Great Danes, like, they're so perfect because they're... On the one hand, they are majestic and beautiful as hell. But at the same time, they're also the dorkiest dog ever.
They're what?
They're dorky. Like, they're both...
I went from majestic to dorky like that.
That's why they're perfect for you. Like, the giraffes are just wonky. Like, I don't think of giraffes as majestic. I just think of them as what an odd creature that exists. But with Great Danes, I'm like, because you're both. Like, you have this face that you do sometimes where you're like, when you're thinking about something, you get so dignified. And you are. Like, when you're tall and you're straight and you're confident, you know what you're talking about. You're like a Great Dane. But then you're also a complete dork. And, like, if anyone's read Marmaduke or Scooby-Doo, Great Danes are also dorks. Like, they're just dorky dogs. I love you, I promise.
I love you too.
But also, how cute is that? The idea of a Corgi and a Great Dane? It's adorable.
Great Corgi.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a crossbreed of a Corgi.
What a weird-looking critter.
It's a small little dog with giant legs.
So imagine this.
Yeah, this
with Great Dane
with 3 foot tall legs.
So awkward, that poor thing. Okay.
All right, number 3. So none of the rest of them. I didn't see any of the rest of them.
Good. That has no answers.
I'm sure I can probably guess some of them.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Wow.
So what is number 3?
Number 3 is
What?
a season.
Yeah. So what do you think I put for season for you?
So just to be clear, for number 1, I definitely would have guessed green. There's no
no other answer.
Number 2, I probably would have guessed giraffe. So I would have gotten that one.
You're not a giraffe to me.
I know, but I'm just saying those would have been my guesses.
I like that. That's
even though I know what the answers are already. Mm-hmm. I like if she told me what animal am I probably would have guessed giraffe.
That's funny.
All right, season for
so
me.
What do you think I picked?
I'm going to think that you chose winter for me.
That is a good guess.
Because I dislike bitey bugs and they're all dead in the winter. I also dislike. That's
the reason I thought.
I also like it's a lot easier to warm up than cool off because I often make the joke. You can always put on more layers. You can only take so many off before you get arrested.
Well, I did not choose winter.
Okay.
I thought about it just because there is something about like the crystal clear, like really biting wind. Like it's all like aesthetically, I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like the good parts of winter, the sparkly snow and the sun. I'm like, I like that. But actually, I picked spring for you.
Really? Okay.
I did.
And why is that?
Well, I feel like spring, it's perfect. Like it's like an ideal spring. It's warm. It's not too cold. It's not too like it's a perfect in between, and there's a lot of green, obviously. Like everything's in bloom, but it's also coming off of winter. Like you still have like kind of the chill and the bite of winter, but like it's coming off of that, and just having the sun. Basically, it's a very comforting month, and that's where I was going with that.
Oh,
so yeah, it's right after winter, so there is a bit of a bite to it. It has some chill to it. But ultimately, it's green and warm and like perfect.
All right.
And comforting.
So right now, I'm guessing I have 1 out of 3 correct.
Yes.
Number 4, a gemstone. Since I know nothing about gemstones, as was shown last time we did this, I am going to guess you chose amethyst.
I did.
Because it's my birthstone.
It is, and I debated about this a long time. Yeah. I went through all the stones that I thought that were green, or I even almost did you rose quartz, because again, that's another heart thing. But I was like, no, you don't really, those aren't you though. Like they remind me of you, but they're not really about you. And amethyst, I can't help but associate amethyst with you now because this little pendant that I've gotten for Christmas, that this is amethyst. Mm-hmm. Your birth, like amethyst, just every time I wear this or I put on amethyst of any kind, I just automatically think of you. So yeah, you're amethyst.
I'm amethyst.
Yeah. All
right, 2 for 4, 50%.
Also a love stone, by the way.
Oh, it is?
Amethyst is great for relationships.
Ah, cool.
So.
All right, number 5, a place.
Oh yeah.
What was my answer for this?
Coffee shop.
Oh, that's right.
You probably should know this.
Is my place my computer room?
No, but
okay.
that's a good guess. Like that's very literal.
The only place. The thing is, I don't go out that much.
Yes, so, but it doesn't have to be a place you frequent. It's a place that reminds me of you.
Okay. So yeah, in that case, it's probably a hobby shop or a comic shop.
Close. I just associate you with bookstores.
Oh, you associate me with books?
Yeah.
So you chose a bookstore?
I did.
Oh,
because
okay.
I mean, you, again, like that's where we often go.
Yeah.
I drag you multiple
Don't
times.
drag me there.
Drag you, and you make books for a living.
Mm-hmm.
You get me books as a part of me. So therefore, like when you get me, I just associate you with books, and books live in a bookstore or a library, but we don't really frequent libraries that much. So hence, I know you yourself are not a bookstore person, but when I go into a bookstore, I can't help but think about you.
Okay.
I associate books with you.
All right, I'm starting to zero in on your thinking of this a little bit more. You're coming at this at a little different angle than I did.
I think we're more literal. It's like this thing you are this thing, bro. How did you go about it? Because the way I go about it.
One thing, I was thinking it on the spot, where by the sounds of it, you deliberated over this for a while.
I actually didn't deliberate that much.
Oh, okay.
I tried to be as fair as I could with what you did, but obviously, yes, I did have more time to prepare. But like most of these were rapid fire. There were only a few where I was like, duh, it took me a while to get something. So.
All right. So now, two for five. We're out of here. Number 6, a flower.
A flower? Flavor. Flowers later. That's flower here. This is flavor.
But your W.
Yes, I know
your
my
V
hand,
look. Your V looks like a U.
Sucks.
It's not so much. It's tiny.
It is tiny.
You write very tiny, which makes it very hard to see.
I have tiny little elven writing.
To see minute details.
Yes, it's flavor.
So flavor.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm thinking of 2, and I want my first guess to be correct.
Yeah, well.
So I'm going to guess chocolate.
Good guess. Incorrect.
Orange?
No.
Well, those are my first 2 guesses, so now.
I actually picked coffee for you. I know you don't like coffee.
But here's coffee.
But no. But here's shh. Listen, here's the thing about coffee.
Yes.
Coffee can be extremely bitter, or it can be incredibly sweet. And I also love the fact that you hate the taste of coffee so much that I can't help whenever I drink coffee. Guess what? I think of you.
I feel like this is how Nick, my cousin Nick, feels when people play apples to apples. Because for those, apples to apples is like someone puts up a prompt and everyone puts up a word that's supposed to
you have to know what that person's taste is.
And some people will like just throw in a random word, and the person will look and go, "Oh, this has nothing to do with the prompt. I find that hilarious, so I'm picking that."
That's me.
And that drives him nuts. And I never really fully understood why it drove him nuts until right now. Because it's like, you absolutely hate this thing, which is why I think of you when I...
It was the bitter and the sweet thing. It can be made any way you want. It can be hot. It can be cold. You're always hot. But it's a very versatile thing.
Chocolate's versatile.
Yeah.
There's chocolate in all kinds of things.
I was trying not to use the same answers that you did for me.
Did I say chocolate for you?
Yes, you did.
Oh.
You actually said that my flavor was... No, you said my... food.
Was chocolate.
Correct. My flavor was bread. You said fresh baked bread.
That's right. Okay, so 2 for 6. Not doing so hot. Number 7, a planet. Well, at least this one...
you don't get this, I'll be shocked.
You're limited to 8 options. I'm going to guess Mars.
No.
Is it Earth?
Nope.
Jupiter.
Yes.
Why am I? Because I'm so big?
Yep. Well, and also, there's a nuance to this. So, I don't know how people are familiar with Sailor Moon, but when Sailor Moon was a thing when I was a child, there were all the different Sailor Scouts represented different planets, and my favorite was Jupiter, and her color was green. So I thought that was really funny. That's nothing to do with this.
No,
I'm like, I don't know, Jupiter, it's big, that works. And I'm like, oh yeah, but Sailor Jupiter, it works
so the
out
one
perfectly.
time I didn't take the super literal.
Yeah, it's the one
route.
time I was literal. I'm like, planets? Who cares?
So the reason I thought Mars was
God
because
of War? What's going on there?
that is scientifically, other than Earth obviously, but scientifically the planet we focus the most on. Like, that's the one we send most of our probes and stuff to, the rovers. So we've been researching a lot on Mars, and I know you know how much I like science.
Yes.
So I thought that's why you would think Mars, because that, other than Earth, that is the most analyzed planet
Well,
we have.
that would be the logical thing to do, but you know me and logic.
Oh yeah, so 2 for 7. I'm very nervous on number 8 because I know the answer that's correct, and I'm wondering if you did the answer that's correct.
Listen, there is no correct in this game. This is how romantic are you?
Number 8 is a food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that this is right because pizza.
What kind?
Sausage.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize I had to get that specific with type of pizza.
It's
sausage
a very
pizza.
specific thing.
Okay. All right, so I get that one. And, a sausage pizza. That's why I was really nervous because I'm like, well, everyone, I've had like, no one currently at work calls me this. Like, please, if you're watching this from work, don't start calling me this. But I had a couple of new people one time call me pizza guy because I always bring pizza for my cold lunch at work. And I've done pizza for cold lunch ever since elementary school. So all of elementary, middle, high school, and every job I've ever had, I've had cold pizza for lunch. With occasional exceptions, like mostly the exceptions have been I forgot to either get or make a pizza, I need something now, put in some like sausage sticks, okay, that's my lunch. But yeah, so that's why I was a little nervous because I'm like, if she doesn't say pizza, I might just question
This is
everything.
not a competition.
It's a test.
It's not a test.
There are questions and there are answers, and right now I have 3 out of 8 answers correct. That is a failing
test.
grade.
Oh my god.
That is less than 50%.
Listen, I didn't treat mine like a test because I would have gotten most of mine wrong too. It's all about how I visualize you and how you visualize me.
It's a good thing that one of the questions isn't how do you view this thing. Like, do you view it as a test? Do you view it as a fun little activity?
It's not a test.
So next question on the test is.
Oh my god.
Sorry. I couldn't resist saying that. Number 9.
Yes.
A type of weather.
Yes.
For me.
Yes.
That's tough.
It really wasn't for me. I knew right away.
Snow?
Close?
Hail?
No.
Sleet?
No. It's rain.
Oh, okay. That was my
Specifically, warm summer rain.
Oh, okay. That was my second guess, was rain.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so
I'm pretty sure that was your 4th guess because
No,
hail
no.
and sleet.
So in my head, I was like,
all the same thing?
it's either snow or rain. And when you said I was close with snow, to me, snow is not close to rain. Hail and sleet are close to snow.
Well,
because there are other forms of frozen precipitation.
Well, once again, it's kind of gloomy, but it's also one of my favorite types of weather because I find it, again, extremely...
I'm not sure. Kind of gloomy, kind of dorky, still got the cold bite to it.
Right. Like, I'm being honest. I'm being completely... I didn't want to, hurt your feelings, but, I'm being honest. It's like, it can be kind of dreary, but also it's beautiful and comforting and fun.
Do you know what I almost went with rain?
No.
Eeyore.
I also almost said that too. Yes.
Oh, well. I guess that I just have to put up with this rain.
Mm-hmm.
All
But
right.
no, rain can be, for some people, rain is not fun. For me, rain is one of my favorite things. And
Aw.
there you go.
All right, so 3 out of 9. Number 10. Now it's a flower.
Indeed it is.
Those look exactly the same.
They do not.
Those
I
look,
guess they do.
those, those look almost identical.
That's a flower.
I know because I know it's not flavor again.
Nope.
So flower.
I struggled with this so hardcore.
Well, if you remember, I think I struggled this.
It
with you.
was so hard. I just kind of, I winged it.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right. I'm gonna go with this because I made the mistake with number 7, so I'm gonna try a sunflower.
Almost. You're so close. I almost picked sunflower, but the only reason I didn't is because I associate sunflowers with my friend Ashley so hard.
Oh.
That's her flower. And I was like, sunflower is what I want to choose because they are, again, like, yeah, beautiful color, tall, everywhere you look. Like, it made perfect sense. So I went with the second best thing to a sunflower that I could find, and that's a daffodil.
Oh,
So
okay.
daffodils have really long stems, so again, they're nice and long and skinny, but they're also that beautiful, bright, buttery yellow. So they're very, very green, they're very lush. Like it kind of like that was like the cousin to the sunflower, like same sort of vibe, just not exactly the same flower.
Okay.
So like yeah, tall, green, sunny, smells nice.
See, you didn't have to worry
Beautiful
about
to
this
look at.
because I had no flowers assigned to other people, so you had
Yeah.
the entire flower kingdom open
Well,
to you.
to be fair, every girl in my life who's already gotten married, I'm gonna associate their wedding flowers with them as a person.
Her wedding flower was a sunflower.
Mhm.
I've never. That's interesting. I've never.
Do you see
even,
that bouquet up there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've
They were
never.
beautiful.
I've never thought of a sunflower as a wedding flower.
That was one of her big.
I mean,
like,
you can
absolutely
do
must.
any flower, but I never heard of someone doing that as their wedding flower, sunflower. That's
And it looked
cool.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that's 3 out of 10. Number 11 is going to be interesting. A Disney princess.
This one was hard.
See, the reason it's hard is the one that first comes to my mind is not a Disney princess.
That and also other answer to this thing that I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to do things for, so I didn't want to repeat it. So I literally just stuck to actual Disney princesses.
Okay.
I didn't even do princes.
So-
I was like, no, damn it, he gets a princess.
So, out of curiosity, before you're like, no, it has to be the official Disney princesses, were you thinking Mirabelle?
Yes,
Because that's the first one that came to mind. Was Mirabelle, who is not a Disney princess.
I make up for it. But yeah, no, she's not a Disney princess, so I couldn't do Mirabelle.
Okay.
So think
So-
actual Disney, and I had to like look up the actual like who are the princesses.
The official Disney
Yeah,
princesses.
because I was like, oh, there's all kinds of characters. I'm like, she's not actually a princess.
No.
So yeah, this is gonna be very vanilla. I'm very sorry, but I didn't know what else to do.
I'm thinking. Now, see, this is a problem. Is
Well, and the reason I didn't do princes is because most of them don't have much of a personality either.
yeah, some of them don't even have names.
Exactly.
See, I'm worried. I'm outthinking myself here. But
It's not that deep.
my brain went, okay, if it's not Mirabelle,
Uh-huh.
then it's Princess Jasmine because of how much I love
I
the Aladdin.
almost did, but then I thought about her personality, and I'm like, that's not really. I would never think of you as Princess Jasmine. I don't know why. It just seemed weird.
I can't think of. I might be wrong. You might be like, say this. I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. But I can't think of a Disney princess
Well,
like
that actually
Mirabelle.
matches?
Like I said, Mirabelle is the closest one I could think
You
of
want
that
to know what I
matches
came
me.
up with?
What did you come up with?
Cinderella. Because if you watch Cinderella, when's the last time you watched Cinderella? Ages ago.
I'm about to say I don't.
Have you ever seen Cinderella?
I have seen Cinderella. I'm just thinking with the 6-year difference in our ages, you might not have been alive the last time I saw Cinderella.
Well, turns out she's actually like for a Disney princess. Like people say that she's like the least personality. She actually,
No, I would say-
she's the sassiest one.
I would
She's
say
sassy and she's smart and she's got a really hard work ethic. So like there was just and like she is self-made basically.
Okay.
So like
I would say Sleeping Beauty is the most boring of the princesses.
I love Aurora though.
Like I would say in the movie she doesn't really.
Yeah, I know you're right.
She
but
spends
I
most
still
of the
like
movie
her.
asleep.
But no, I picked Cinderella for you just because, like, again, work ethic, sass.
Okay. I can see that.
Maybe underestimated a bit.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not.
And she'd have pretty dress.
Which we all know I am well known for my pretty dresses.
Yeah, you're pretty in dress. Anyway.
You haven't tried to do that yet, have you?
Put you in a dress?
It'd be very difficult to find a
I
dress
don't have a dress
that
that
would fit
would
me.
fit you. Exactly.
I don't think there's
Why would
any.
I put you in a dress?
I don't think there's. You would have to like ask one of my aunts to borrow one of their dresses in order to find a dress that would fit me.
But why would we do that though? Just for fun?
Just to do something silly.
Well, that would be silly.
All right. So 3 out of 11.
Yes.
Number 12, a movie. There's a couple of good options here.
I literally just said, I gave it to you.
Is it Encanto?
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't give you Mirabelle, so I gave you Encanto.
Okay, I got. Well,
Oh,
see,
it could have been Ghostbusters.
I'm about to say there's 3 movies that came to my mind.
It could have been
one
Ghostbusters.
one was Encanto, one was Ghostbusters, and one was Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, that is a good one. But no, I felt bad about Mirabelle, so it was.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense anyway. How many times have you watched Encanto?
Probably 5 or 6, and I still want to.
I think it's more than that.
And I've been asking him for us to watch it again.
Yeah, I know. It's his favorite. Is it your favorite?
I don't know if it's my favorite movie. It's definitely my favorite.
It's your favorite to
recent
rewatch.
movie. It's the favorite. It's my favorite recent movie.
Okay.
I don't know if it's my favorite movie of all time. It is most certainly in my top 5.
Okay.
I always have a hard time listing favorites of stuff because it's just like, it's like, well, this is my favorite in this category. So like, favorite of this or favorite of that, favorite of this. It's like, but favorite all around movie, it's kind of hard because it's like, well,
There's a lot of movies.
There's a lot and genres too. It's like, comparing Ghostbusters to Encanto is kind of weird because it's like.
Yeah, no, I get it.
All right.
All right.
Number 13, an element. Hydrogen. No.
Not that kind, science man. Silly goose.
Also, I would not be hydrogen.
What element would you be? What periodic element? You'd be a noble gas.
Can you name one noble gas?
No. I used to be able to.
Well, there's the easy one. Hydrogen.
Oh. That's a hot. Oh.
That's a noble gas.
Oh well, it's fine.
Anyway, if I was.
Hey, let's do what a noble gas was.
All right, here you go. You want the element that it represents me?
Sure.
Boron.
Wow. No, do it right. Play right. What element? Think Avatar.
Oh, you're talking about actual. Okay.
Yeah, like elements of the earth. Like Avatar.
I'm thinking Earth.
Yeah.
I got it right?
You did.
5. I got 5 right on it.
Because you're down to earth, you're grounded, you keep me grounded, it's green, it all works. It all comes back to green with you. If it's green, it's him.
Food, frog legs.
I like frog legs, tastes like chicken.
Actually, I shouldn't go yuck. I haven't tried it, and I do have a rule that I will.
Here's what they taste like. They taste like if you took a piece of like rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
And you put like a little bit of fish stick with it and put it in your mouth at the same time. That's what they taste like.
I'd be willing to try it. I've never tried it.
They're yummy.
As you know, I'm willing to try any food once.
Yeah. Granted, they're only like this big.
As long as it's not like, this tastes exactly like some other food you dislike.
Well, yes.
Like my example is always, I think it's jicama, is a type of vegetable or root or something like that.
It is.
And it's apparently, according to my mom, it tastes like peas. And she tried to get me to try some, and before I tried,
like peas. Interesting.
and she's like, "Here, it tastes just like peas." And I stopped. I said,
"I don't like peas.
I don't like peas. Why would I like something that tastes just like peas?
Why would I like jicama?"
All right, so that was 13. Okay. So we got 5 out of 13. Improving. Number 14, an era.
Yeah.
What did I choose for you?
The 90s.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I love the 90s. If you remember our conversation from earlier this weekend, you'll know the answer to this.
Put me a little on the spot there.
I'm just saying. I technically gave you the answer.
All right. I think I know what your answer might be for me. Is it the 50s?
Yeah! Well, okay, actually no, but I'm going to give it to you.
Okay.
Because what I did,
Okay.
I said the oldies. Now, I know that's not an era, because that encompasses several eras, but I could not for the life of me remember if you preferred 50s or 60s, so I just said the oldies.
So I'm going to count as a right answer
It is a
because
right answer.
you asked me which I prefer, 50s or 60s. I'm like, I actually kind of prefer the 50s.
And I was like, ha!
So therefore, for my previous statement, that makes me right now.
Yes.
So I have 6 right answers.
I basically said you're the era of whatever oldies you like best, because I honestly couldn't remember.
Was that why you asked me that question?
Yes, because we were listening to oldies music, and I was like, I need to figure this out now. It's been bothering me. I've had these answers for ages, and I really wanted to know which one was right.
All right, so that's 6 out of 14. All right.
Hey, you're catching up.
I'm catching up. I almost got a passing grade.
Hey.
Number 15, a pastime.
You should get this one.
Video games.
Yes! Well,
Right.
I said gaming.
Yeah.
So, like, the picture
video
is
game.
video game, but I
Yeah,
also would have accepted board games,
yeah.
card games, games.
Yeah.
Yes.
In general, it's usually video games, but yeah, so gaming. Yep. So that's 7.
It is mostly
Yeah.
like video games.
I'm going to
for me
say,
personally.
if you are listening to this podcast, you can also catch me on Twitch, Invasive Wit, where I will often be playing games. If you want to see an expert gamer, you should probably go to a different channel. If you want to see a funny gamer, I do my best. And please, please, please talk to me in chat, because it is very difficult to be funny when you are talking to yourself and having no interaction with anybody else. And it's a lot easier when you're talking to someone either to voice chat, like playing a game with someone else, or by interacting with the person in chat. All right, so that's 7 out of 15. We are almost at 50%.
You're so close.
16, a dessert.
A dessert. A dessert. If you remember what you did for mine, it might help you get in the right direction.
This is a bad thing. I don't remember what I did for yours. I don't remember any of my answers.
I do.
Yeah, look. Yeah, you do. You made that.
I'm just making sure I was right. I was.
I am going to say chocolate ice cream.
You're so close.
It's chocolate something, isn't it?
No.
No?
It's ice cream.
Just ice cream in general?
No, what kind?
Orange sherbet?
No.
Mint chocolate chip?
Yes. And do you know why?
Why is that?
1, you love Andy's Mints.
I do
2,
love Andy's Mints.
it was the ice cream that you got on our first date.
That's right.
I immediately judged what character of yours I could glean, knowing that you were a mint chocolate chip kind of guy. There's not a lot of information you can get out of that.
See,
but I knew.
The reason I went with chocolate ice cream is when we go to Culver's, I always get...
Yes, but that's what you said for me. You said I was chocolate ice cream when we did the dessert question.
Oh, it's because it was something I like.
Exactly.
Do
chocolate chip.
Do I get a half a point for getting the ice cream part right?
Yes.
Okay, 7.5 out of 16. Still less than 50%. 17. An aesthetic.
Yeah. And you don't know much about this, so
No.
you probably have no idea.
This one's a little unfair because like we had to freaking Google aesthetics.
And that was the first one I said. You're like, that one. That makes sense.
All right, is if this is not an aesthetic, it doesn't count as my answer. Okay.
Okay.
Is there a nerd aesthetic?
You got it.
Okay.
It's 2010 to 2014 Tumblr fangirl.
Wait, what?
2010 to 2014 Tumblr fangirl. That's the aesthetic. It's the nerd one.
Oh, okay.
It's all things nerd.
I was like, that's not what I said.
Yes, it is. Yes, that's it. You got
All
it.
right, I'll count it. He said
Tumblr fangirl. You got it.
All right, and number.
Very good, baby. I'm very impressed.
So now that's what was it?
17.
So let's see, that was
the last
8.
one.
So 8.5 points I got.
Oh yes, yes.
which is exactly half of 7. So I got 8.5 out of 17. So I'm at exactly 50%. So if I get this one right, then I have over 50% correct.
I don't know if you'll get this.
18. A city. Oh boy. City you associate with me.
It should be obvious, but I don't know if it's obvious. Can I give you a hint?
There's one hint I want.
Okay.
What now? If I remember correctly, for you I said Stevens Point, didn't I?
No.
What did I say for you?
You said.
Oh, I said New York, didn't I?
You did.
Yep, that's right.
So that was my hint. It's not New York.
That was the hint I wanted to ask.
It's not New York.
What was my answer for you?
New York.
So I got 2 answers in my head.
Okay.
I don't know which one is right. And my gut has not been serving me well here because I'm gonna go with my gut.
This is so funny. Yes.
Nakusa.
No.
Is it Stevens Point?
No.
Oh, what? All right, both my answers were wrong.
First of all, neither of those are cities.
Oh, you're going by super strict definition of a city?
Yes.
Okay, well then I call it do-over because
Okay.
Yeah,
well, you did New York.
That's true, but like
I haven't been to New York, but you associate New York with me because of
theater.
Broadway. Yeah.
Okay, so it's got to be like an actual city.
Correct.
So Stevens Point's not a city.
No, where's Nakusa?
Nakusa. Nakusa is definitely not a city.
It isn't.
Barely a town.
Exactly.
Ah, okay, so an actual
This is
city.
An actual city.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, he's got an ooh and an okay.
This is my thought.
Okay.
I'm not even going to look at you because if I look at you while I'm explaining this, it'll give away if I'm right or wrong.
All right.
I greatly enjoy country music.
Nope. Nope.
So my guess of Nashville's wrong?
Incorrect.
Dang it. That was my... All right, so
That's a good guess.
That was my guess because it's like, I like country music.
I actually debated that.
Really?
Yes,
that was
I did.
one of your considerations, was Nashville?
Okay, can I give you another hint?
So okay, well, so it's not. So I failed. I did not get 50%, over 50%. But okay, you can give me another hint.
This is not unlike yours with me, where I've never been there. You've been here.
Well, that definitely limits it. Milwaukee.
Yes, because it was our first. Like I feel like it was our first real grown-up couple trip together. We had so much fun. Like I feel like most of our memories. Whenever we talk about the crap that we're excited about and remember, we talk about when we went to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like that was like you lit up so much on that trip. Like you seemed to have so much fun going to Milwaukee. So even though you don't have any exact association with it, I associate Milwaukee with you. Like I just whenever I think about Milwaukee, I'm like, he loved that trip so much. He had so much fun. And then we have Isabella. Isabella came from Milwaukee.
Those who remember my podcast when we did it from my old apartment will remember Isabella. If we ever get a house and I like set up an actual like room to do this kind of stuff
Isabella will totally make an
I plan on basically like either like having a like the Carlin brothers, they got a table in front of them when they do their stuff, doing a table in front with Isabella in it, or doing bookshelves behind me with Isabella up on the bookshelves.
So in conclusion, would you like to see not only what you look like but also what I look like side by side based on your answers?
Sure.
So I'll show you first, and then we'll show the nice people on the camera. Aww. So this is aesthetically what you look like.
You don't want to laugh at that,
Cinderella, right?
No, I'm laughing at that.
Isn't he cute? Look at the pupper. He's so majestic.
All right, so shall we show the audience?
Yes.
So the left side. So actually, I think we're actually lined up for this. Yeah,
we are.
Yeah. So this is my side. That is Lauren's side, and we're cut down the middle. And the reason I was laughing was because of the Great Dane picture. She
Isn't he cute? Look at the pupper. Look at the puppers. So yeah. If we were an aesthetic, if we were visually displayed according to one another, this is what we look like. Yay. Mwah. So there you go.
Alrighty.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Silly but fun.
So, something funny?
I can take this back from you now. Yes.
I forgot to start the timer to tell us how long we've been going.
Oh shoot!
Look, you can. Sorry that I'm pointing at you, the audience, but you can.
Oh, you can still see. Oh, we're doing okay. We're doing good.
We're getting around
We don't
an hour,
need no
so
stinking timer.
so I think we're going to start wrapping it up here.
Oh.
Because I know. Also, slight apologies to how long it took us to get this podcast
we took the holidays off.
Well, we took January off because of illness.
January off. Oh yeah, I was sick.
And like she was sick the entire month.
I had the bronchitis.
I was sick for about, I would say, a quarter of the month.
Yeah.
Because
you were sick for a quarter. I was sick
because
for
I
the
had
entire month.
I caught 2 colds during January, and then she had I had a
2-week cold.
Yeah, and then
a 3-day break, and then bronchitis until the first few days of February.
Yeah, so that's why because I feel we want to do this. It's supposed to be a fun, happy podcast, and it's kind of hard to portray that when you're feeling kind of icky.
Yeah, no, this would not have been any fun.
No. So, the new tradition of our ending of the podcast of Kiss, Marry, Kill.
Oh yeah!
Did you forget that?
I knew we did something. I just couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah, because last time was the first time we switched to this format, so this is not the second time.
Oh yeah, because I'm the queen of the underworld now. I married Hades.
Yes.
That's right.
All right, so this one I think will be kind of interesting. I don't think it'll be as clear cut as the last one was. Like the last one, you were
that's pretty decisive.
Yeah, you were very decisive. You were like kill Clayton, like kill Clayton. You're like bam, kill Clayton right away, and then you're like okay, kiss Jafar.
Oh yeah.
And you're like marry Hades because then I get to be queen of the underworld, and like you had no no deliberation on it whatsoever.
Nah, it was pretty straightforward.
This one I think you're going to have a little bit more deliberation.
Bring it.
And I think you'll be able to figure out what the theme of these 3 are.
Okay.
There is a theme. So first up,
yes,
we have Professor Archimedes Q. Porter from Tarzan.
Oh no!
We have the Sultan from Aladdin.
You did not do Disney dads.
Disney good dads.
Okay. Still.
But still, fun fact, the Sultan doesn't have a name, at least not in the animated version. I don't know if the live action they gave him a name, but like when I was like, because I was like, in Tarzan, they usually call him the professor or she calls him daddy, but like,
he does say my name. Yeah, he does say
when he introduces himself, Archimedes Q. Porter. So I knew he had a name, so I looked that up. I'm like, the Sultan. They always call him the Sultan. What's his name? And I looked up, and it's just the Sultan. He has no name. So yeah, the Sultan from Aladdin.
Oh boy.
And Maurice from Beauty and the Beast.
Ah! No, that's just wrong.
So it's Dad Week here on the show.
Oh no! Okay.
The reason I think you're going to struggle with this.
Oh no!
Is which one to kill.
Yeah, I've already made my decision.
Oh really?
Yeah.
On for all 3.
Oh yeah.
No,
yeah,
wow,
I
really?
think I have.
Okay, so.
Oh, I hate myself.
So who are you going to kiss?
The professor.
You're going to kiss the professor.
The reason I'm not marrying the professor and I'm only kissing him is because he lives in the jungle now. I cannot rough it in the jungle.
Okay.
Your girl is not an outdoor girl. She's not a nature lady. There is nothing plant-like, animal-loving about this. Well, that's me. Right. But not a nature girl. So we're kissing the professor because he's adorable, but I cannot rough it in the wild.
All right. So let's kiss. Marry. Who are you going? Sorry, I had a brain fart there.
That's fine.
Who are you going to marry then?
I'm going to marry Maurice.
You're going to marry Maurice because.
Indeed. Well, he's adorable. He reminds me of my dad. It's awful.
Well, we're getting Freudian here.
Of the 3 of them, like my dad's like a lot of them, but like that's the most my dad. So I know I get along with him. He speaks French. I speak French. We live in France, medieval France. I could deal with that. I just like Maurice.
Also, you know what? You get then is you get Belle.
Belle's library.
Well, yeah, Belle as a daughter-in-law.
Yes.
And you can be like, hey, daughter-in-law, can I visit the library that the Beast gave you?
Think of that. That's perfect.
Oh, Yeah, I just saw that myself.
That's even better. Okay,
Right.
I feel better.
Okay.
So, of course, that means...
That the poor, lovable,
I know.
cute
I'm
little
killing the
Sultan.
But do you know why?
Because you want to get rid of the patriarchy and institute a democracy in Agrabah?
No. The only reason I'm killing the Sultan is because of his own words, where he's like, I'm not going to be around forever. I just want to make sure you're provided for.
So
Aladdin and Jasmine are going to take over Agrabah. They're going to rule together. So it's not that I want the Sultan to die, but of the situation, the Sultan is the most set up to successfully be exterminated, and the only thing that happens that's bad is that. Everything else is fine. It's the least amount of damage.
Well, I mean, if you marry the Sultan, I don't know.
I'm already queen of the underworld.
Yeah.
I can't be queen of Agrabah too.
I actually thought you were gonna marry the Sultan.
Well, and also, like, I feel like because even though the Sultan is still alive, I kind of feel like once Aladdin married Jasmine, like, they were, like, he's the Sultan. Like, it's not ever explicitly stated, but it's kind of implied. So, like, I feel like the Sultan is retired. So, like, I'm already queen of the underworld. I can't handle Agrabah too. But even if I could, I don't think we'd really be ruling Agrabah anymore. We'd be giving it to the son-in-law and the daughter, being like, all right, kids, you get to rule the kingdom now. We're out. We're going to go play golf in the sand.
So you brutally slay the poor Sultan.
Which I hate, because he's so cute. I adore that man.
Well, in all honesty, they're
all cute. They're all like the same dad.
Exactly. They're all very, like you said, that was the kind of theme.
They're
is the
passionate, sweet, eccentric.
The sweet silly dads was kind of the theme.
Sweet silly dads.
Yeah. Was kind of the theme of this one. So that's why I was like, she is going to really struggle. Like, I didn't think you were going to struggle on killing one of the villains from the last one.
Yeah, well, they're villains. They had it coming.
Exactly.
It happens to them anyway.
Yeah. Well, also, one thing I didn't think of the last one, one of them's a god. So it's you'd have to make him mortal first.
That's true.
True. If you were in the underworld, you could just try to find some more of that potion. Which
No, but he's my husband.
Yeah.
We're ruling the underworld together. Yeah. It's fine.
All right. So just to recap, she is giving the professor a smooch on the lips. She is marrying Maurice, and she is stabbing the poor Sultan in the back. All right, well,
you did this. It's your fault, not mine.
I just introduced you to these three gentlemen. You chose what to do with them.
You made me choose. He made me choose.
Lauren's choice.
Oh, God.
All right, so is that what we're going to start calling this segment? Lauren's choice?
Oh, no, please don't. That's awful. No, we can't. Okay.
So I would like to thank you all for watching. Just a reminder, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can listen to this podcast on Spotify. You can also catch me playing video games on Twitch. If you're listening to this on Twitch, you can, or not Twitch, if you're listening to this on Spotify, you can see the video and all my other videos on YouTube. For YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and Twitter, I am on Invasive Wit. If you're watching this on YouTube and want to hear it on Spotify, then you would look up the name of the podcast, which is Witty Banter. Like I said, I just recently started doing Twitter, and I always at least I try to. I don't believe I've missed one yet. Post on Twitter whenever I upload a video or going live on Twitch. So if you want to know when my stuff is going up and don't want to rely on the YouTube algorithm, then you can follow me on Twitter. Is there anything else you would like to add, honey, besides your wonderful minds? For those listening on Spotify, Lauren has been miming everything I've been saying this entire time.
Make sure to comment, share, like, and subscribe.
All right. So until next time, goodbye and good luck.
Bye! I laugh in the face of danger.
That's the hyenas.
What was that?
That's the hyenas. Remember when he does his ha 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 ha? Then the hyenas do their laugh. The hyena laugh. That was my hyena. That was my hyena laugh.
Oh, cool.
You seem worried.
No.
You seem scared.
I'm not scared. Now I'm scared. Give me a reason to be scared.